On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Neurosurgeon.
A medical doctor who specializes in the surgical treatment of conditions affecting the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord, and peripheral nerves.
Examples:
Skilled neurosurgeon, leading neurosurgeon. The hospital recruited experienced neurosurgeons worldwide to treat complex neurological disorders comprehensively.
Cowboy.
A man, typically one on horseback, who herds and tends cattle, especially in the western U.S., a person who behaves roughly or recklessly, typically a man, a skilled ranch worker who is adept at many tasks, especially those involving horses and cattle.
Examples:
Cowboy rodeo, cowboy boots. The cowboy hat she wore added to her rugged and tough look.
Tradition.
A belief, custom, or way of doing something that has been passed down from generation to generation within a group or society.
Examples:
A tradition of a culture. Against tradition. It is a tradition in many families to have a big Thanksgiving dinner with all their relatives.
Neurosurgery.
Medical operations conducted on the nervous system, including the brain, spinal cord, and individual nerves.
Examples:
The Department of Neurosurgery. Specialize in neurosurgery. She has 20 years of experience in neurosurgery.
Adjust.
To make a minor modification to something to make it more suited for a new set of conditions, or to make it function better.
Examples:
Adjust a schedule. Adjust the rearview mirror. You have to adjust your contents to the age of the audience.
Dial.
To adjust or set the controls of a machine or device by turning a controller called dial. Noun, a disc on a telephone that is rotated a fixed distance for each number called.
Examples:
Dial up the volume. Dial down the tension. He dialed the phone number and waited for an answer.
Circuit.
In electrical engineering, an electrical device that provides a path for electrical current to flow, a journey or route around a particular place or area.
Examples:
Circuit breaker. Federal Circuit courts. An intelligent battery has a voltage monitoring circuit.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples.
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Neurological.
Of or relating to the science of neurology or the nervous system.
Examples.
Fever with neurological signs. Neurological symptoms. The patient was diagnosed with a neurological disorder affecting their motor skills.
Psychiatric.
Of or relating to the treatment or study of mental illness or disorders.
Examples.
People with psychiatric disorders. Psychiatric hospital. The psychiatric evaluation revealed that the patient had been suffering from anxiety.
Disease.
A disorder or illness that affects the body or mind, often characterized by specific symptoms or abnormal functioning of organs or systems.
Examples.
Disease prevention. Disease control. The doctor diagnosed him with a rare disease that had no known cure.
Neurology.
The branch of medicine that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of disorders of the nervous system.
Examples.
Cognitive neurology. Neurology department. She is studying clinical neurology to become a brain surgeon.
Possessed.
Controlled or influenced by a strong emotion or belief.
Examples.
Possessed by a fox. Like a person possessed. She was possessed by a fierce determination to succeed.
Evil.
Profoundly immoral, cruel, and wicked, having or exerting a harmful effect on people.
Examples.
Evil ways. A charm against evil. Corruption is an evil act for any reason.
Spirit.
The part of a person which is the seat of their mind, feelings, and character rather than their physical body, the general atmosphere of a place or situation, and the effect that it has on people.
Examples.
Spirit and the letter of the law. An indomitable spirit. Despite their tragic loss, the family is showing great spirit.
Skull.
A bone framework that surrounds the brain and gives the head its shape.
Examples.
Skull fracture. Have a thick skull. Archaeologists found a Neanderthal skull at that historic site.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples.
A private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Reluctant.
Unwilling or hesitant to do something because of doubts or fears.
Examples:
Slowly becoming more reluctant. Reluctant readers. He was reluctant to share his thoughts on the matter.
Trepanation.
A surgical procedure involving drilling or cutting a hole into the skull to expose the brain, typically to relieve intracranial pressure or for ritual purposes in ancient cultures.
Examples:
Trepanation surgery. Trepanation hole. The ancient practice of trepanation involved drilling a hole in the skull to treat various medical conditions.
Survive.
To live or exist despite a dangerous event or period.
Examples:
Survive a blizzard. Survive a plane crash. These birds can only survive in temperate climates.
Procedure.
A way of doing something, especially the official or well-known way.
Examples:
Undergo a surgical procedure. Standard procedure. The pilot and flight attendant ran through the checkout procedure.
Dedicate.
To give all of your energy, time, etc., entirely to a specific person, activity, or cause, to set apart for a particular purpose or use.
Examples:
Dedicate a few hours. Dedicate a chapter to the subject. He dedicated his life to helping others.
Movement.
A group of people working together to achieve a shared goal, especially a political, social, or artistic one, the process of moving or being moved, physically or figuratively.
Examples:
A circular movement. Movement of troops. The movement of the dancers on stage was graceful and elegant.
Vision.
The ability to think about or see the future with imagination and intelligence, the faculty of being able to see.
Examples:
A prodigious vision. Telescopic vision. Driving is difficult for me because of my poor vision.
Appetite.
A natural desire or craving for food or drink, a strong desire or liking for something.
Examples:
Appetite suppression. Loss of appetite. After a long hike, I had a huge appetite and devoured my meal in minutes.
Nervous.
Worried and anxious about something, relating to the nerves.
Examples:
Development of the nervous system. Get nervous. He suffers from nervous breakdowns.
Function.
The purpose or use of an object, system, or process, a particular activity or operation that is designed to serve a specific purpose, a mathematical concept that describes a relationship between two sets of values, called the input and output sets. Verb, to operate or work in a specific way, or to perform a particular task or purpose.
Examples:
function properly, immune function. The brain is an incredibly complex organ that controls the body's function.
Rogue.
A deceitful and unreliable person, a person who behaves badly.
Examples:
a rogue detective, rogue state. The president states emphatically that the opponent country is a rogue state that supports terrorism.
Neuron.
A cell that is specialized to carry information within the brain and between the brain and other parts of the body.
Examples:
excite the neurons. Neuron cell body. Our body transfers information along each neuron using an electrical impulse.
Misfire.
To fail to ignite or explode as intended.
Examples:
misfire weapon, misfire engine. The engine misfired and caused the car to stall.
Manifestation.
A visible or tangible form of something, especially a particular sign of a disease or condition.
Examples:
manifestation of a deeper problem. Manifestation of psychological stress. The manifestation of his anxiety was evident in his shaking hands.
Motor.
A device that converts electricity, fuel, etc. into movement and makes a machine, vehicle, etc. work.
Examples:
a motor mechanic. DC motor control. Energy-efficient motors are needed to maximize the cruising distance of electric vehicles.
Dysfunction.
A problem or fault in a system, organism, or part of the body or machine.
Examples:
dysfunction of kidneys. Brain dysfunction. The dysfunction in the relationship was causing problems for both partners.
Malfunction.
To fail to operate or work properly, to break down or stop functioning as expected or intended. Noun, a failure or defect in the way a machine, system, or device is supposed to operate.
Examples:
malfunction alarm. Malfunction and start moving unpredictably. The car's engine malfunctioned on the highway, so we had to call for a tow truck.
Mood.
The way you feel at a particular time, an angry or impatient state of mind.
Examples:
the mood in a room. In an ugly mood. His gaffe spoiled the mood of the dinner party.
Depression.
A mental condition in which a person feels very unhappy and without hope for the future, a severe recession in an economy or market.
Examples:
The Great Depression. The root problem of her depression. Depression symptoms might include a decrease in appetite and weight loss.
Cognitive.
Of or relating to mental processes of understanding.
Examples:
Improve cognitive function. Research on cognitive psychology. His cognitive faculties were getting worse because of a lack of sleep.
Alzheimer.
A neurodegenerative disease that causes memory loss, cognitive decline, and behavioral issues, is the most common cause of dementia in older adults.
Examples:
Alzheimer's brain. Alzheimer's risk factors. My grandmother has Alzheimer's disease, requires special care and attention from her caregivers.
Pinpoint.
To locate or identify the exact position in space or time of something.
Examples:
Pinpoint the problem. Pinpoint signs of manipulation. This radar quickly pinpoints the position of the enemy.
Disturbance.
Something that interrupts a settled and peaceful condition or that makes someone feel nervous or worried.
Examples:
A nervous disturbance. A disturbance caused by a terrorist. This building construction causes serious disturbance to residents.
Intervene.
To intentionally get involved in a situation to improve it or prevent it from getting worse.
Examples:
Intervene in a dispute. Intervene between quarreling parties. Following international law, our country does not intervene in the internal affairs of our neighbors.
Jazz.
A type of music that originated in the African American community in the United States and that is characterized by improvisation, syncopated rhythms, and a strong emphasis on self-expression.
Examples:
Jazz club. A school jazz band. He listened to jazz music to relax after a long day at work.
Opera.
A drama set to music, in which the words are sung rather than spoken.
Examples:
Ballad opera. Opera performance. She loves going to the opera house and hearing the beautiful music.
Volume.
The amount of space occupied by an object or substance, the magnitude of sound.
Examples:
Volume of work. High volume. This container has a volume of 10 cubic meters.
Implant.
To insert or fix an artificial device in a person's body, to put an idea, attitude, etc., firmly in the mind.
Examples:
Implant genes in the animals. Implant into the uterus. The doctor will implant a pacemaker to regulate his heart rate.
Electrode.
Either of 2 points or ends of a conductor at which electricity enters or leaves an object, substance, or region.
Examples:
Platinum electrodes. Electrode corrosion. It is important to place the electrodes in the correct position for accurate electrocardiogram recording.
Accomplished.
Having completed a task or achieved a goal successfully, skilled or proficient at something.
Examples:
Accomplished at a very early age. Accomplished goal. She felt accomplished after finishing her book.
Device.
A piece of equipment, tool, or technology that serves a particular purpose or function, often mechanical or electronic.
Examples:
Electronic device. Tracking device. I always carry a backup device in case my phone runs out of battery.
Stimulation.
The act of arousing interest or activity in something, the action of providing a stimulus.
Examples:
Stimulation of the economy. Stimulation of the senses. The stimulation of certain chemicals activates the brain's reward system.
Dime.
An American or Canadian coin worth 1/10 of a dollar.
Examples:
Dime store. Behind a dime. He never received a dime, even from the company of a close friend.
Underneath.
Under or below something else.
Examples:
Underneath the surface of the water. Underneath the laughter. The penny fell underneath the piano.
Pacemaker.
A small electronic device that is implanted in the chest to regulate the heartbeat of people with certain heart conditions. A person or thing that sets the pace or rhythm for others.
Examples:
Implanted pacemaker. Pacemaker battery. Some people with pacemakers may need to avoid certain activities or sources of electromagnetic interference.
Electrify.
To make a machine or system work by using electricity, to make someone extremely enthusiastic about or interested in something.
Examples:
Electrify the audience. Electrify a manufacturing process. The product developed through years of research continues to electrify the market.
Disorder.
An untidy state or a lack of organization, a physical condition or illness that causes problems with how a section of the body or brain functions.
Examples:
The files are in complete disorder. People with bipolar disorder. The doctor prescribed some medicine for the mental disorder.
Cognition.
The psychological process of perception and learning and reasoning, the mental action or process by which knowledge and understanding are developed in the mind.
Examples.
Social cognition. Cognition disorder. The professor focused on the research of infant cognition.
Symptom.
Any sensation or change in body or mind that is experienced by a patient and is associated with a particular disease.
Examples.
Symptoms of low testosterone. Neurotic symptoms. The patient displays a symptom of a side effect.
Tremor.
A small earthquake or shaking or vibrating.
Examples.
A tremor of delight. Tremor frequency. The bad tremor caused several buildings to collapse.
Instantly.
Immediately.
Examples.
Instantly cope with. Be killed instantly. I remembered that person instantly and never forgot.
Relate.
To establish a connection or association between two or more things. To narrate or tell about an event, experience, or relationship. To empathize or feel sympathy with someone or something.
Examples.
Relate a story. Relate a message. He tried to relate his experience to the group, but they couldn't understand.
Misbehavior.
Behavior that is inappropriate or unacceptable, often in violation of rules, norms, or expectations.
Examples.
Misbehavior consequence. School misbehavior. The teacher called the parents to discuss the students' misbehavior in class.
Thalamus.
A midline, interbrain structure that forms a major part of the brain's sensory and motor pathways, receiving signals from various body parts and sending them to appropriate parts of the cerebral cortex for processing.
Examples.
Thalamus function. Thalamus injury. Damage to the thalamus can lead to sensory processing disorders and disruptions in perception.
Nucleus.
The central and most important part of something. Biology, a part of the cell containing DNA and RNA and responsible for growth and reproduction. Physics, the very dense central region of an atom.
Examples.
Form a nucleus. The nucleus of a team. DNA is stored in the nucleus of a cell.
Troublemaker.
A person who intentionally causes difficulties or problems for others, often by disruptive or provocative behavior. A person who tends to create or attract trouble or controversy.
Examples.
Troublemaker kid. Accused troublemaker. The teacher had to reprimand the troublemaker in class constantly.
Gentle.
Having or showing a kindly or tender nature, soft and mild.
Examples.
In a gentle voice. Gentle downward slope. Her gentle manner relaxed everyone there.
Dictate.
To state or give order with total authority, to say or read aloud for somebody else to write down or to be recorded.
Examples:
Dictate a letter to secretary. Dictate to the associate. The Allies dictated the terms of surrender to the country.
Suppress.
To bring something under control by force or authority, to put an end by force.
Examples:
Suppress a yawn. Suppress a revolt. The doctor prescribed medication to suppress the patient's appetite.
Abnormal.
Not typical, usual, or regular, especially in a way that is bad.
Examples:
Abnormal heart rhythms. Abnormal cells. An abnormal climate in the region caused a sharp decline in grain harvest.
Technique.
A particular way or art of doing something that needs skill.
Examples:
A technique in martial arts. The technique applied to construction. Jockey's superior technique brought him victory.
Fascinating.
Extremely interesting.
Examples:
Fascinating story. Completely fascinating to me. The museum houses a fascinating collection of Celtic artifacts.
Encounter.
To face something, particularly something unpleasant or difficult, while attempting to do something else, to meet, especially unexpectedly.
Examples:
Encounter a crisis. Encounter a storm. I'm prepared to encounter challenges throughout this adventure.
Dystonia.
A neurological disorder characterized by involuntary muscle contractions that cause twisting, repetitive movements, or abnormal postures.
Examples:
Dystonia symptoms. Hereditary dystonia. Her diagnosis of cervical dystonia explained her neck's unusual tilting and turning.
Genetic.
Of or relating to genes, equals parts of the DNA in cells, or the science of genes.
Examples:
Have genetic testing. A genetic disorder. Understanding protein folding is a vital step in deciphering the genetic code.
Twist.
To bend or turn something into a certain shape.
Examples:
Twist around to the left. Twist a wet towel. He twisted pieces of rope out of straw.
Progressive.
Relating to or supporting development or advancement, especially social or political one.
Examples:
Progressive taxation. Progressive development. The progressive approach to education emphasizes hands-on learning and student-centered classrooms.
Sore.
Painful or sensitive to the touch, inflamed or irritated, feeling deep distress, grief, or regret.
Examples:
Sore throat, sore back. After the workout, my muscles were sore and achy.
Urine.
A liquid byproduct of metabolism in humans, and in many other animals, that are released from the body when you urinate.
Examples:
Urine composition, blood in the urine. They collected a urine specimen for urinalysis.
Infection.
A condition in which pathogenic microorganisms or viruses have entered the body.
Examples:
A bacterial infection. Treat the infection with antibiotics. Hospitals must meet various standards to prevent nosocomial infections.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Trunk.
The main stem or body of a tree which its branches grow.
Examples:
The trunk of the tree. The trunk of the body. Destructive fungi thrive in moist environments, such as those seen in wounds on the trunk.
Onset.
The beginning or early stages of unpleasant something, a military attack.
Examples:
At the first onset. The onset of spring. This medicine works best when taken at the onset of a cold.
Cripple.
To cause severe damage or injury that greatly impairs someone's ability to function or move, to weaken or undermine.
Examples:
Cripple economy. Cripple opposition. The injury was severe enough to cripple the athlete's chances of playing again this season.
Progression.
The act or process of changing to the next stage or phase or moving forward.
Examples:
Progression of civilization. Progression of disease. The company has made great strides in its progression towards sustainability.
Disabled.
Having a physical or mental condition that limits someone's specific actions that most other people can do.
Examples:
A disabled veteran. A learning disabled child. She was disabled in a car accident.
Crawl.
To move forward slowly, as people or animals with their bodies near the ground.
Examples:
Crawl across the floor. Crawl away from a car. Along the gravel roads, sizable yellow school buses crawl.
Belly.
The front part of the body below the chest, containing the stomach and bowels, the rounded or curved part of an object, such as a ship or aircraft.
Examples:
The belly of the ship. With an empty belly. She had a tattoo just above her belly button.
Basis:
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
On an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Surgery:
Medical treatment of injuries or diseases involving an incision with instruments and often removing or replacing some parts of the body, the branch of medical science that treats disease or injury by operative procedures.
Examples:
Cardiac surgery. The professor of surgery. He had undergone heart surgery years before.
Satisfy:
To make somebody pleased by giving them what they want or need.
Examples:
Satisfy a desire. Satisfy a user's needs. Did this response satisfy your request?
Decide:
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Prevalent:
Existing very commonly in a particular area or in a specific time.
Examples:
Prevalent in Japan. Prevalent belief. This virus is prevalent in many tropical nations.
Medication:
A drug or other form of medicine that treats, prevents, or alleviates the symptoms of the disease.
Examples:
Antibiotic medication. Medication by mouth. The pharmacist not only prescribes the medication but also guides its proper use.
Psychotherapy:
The treatment of mental or emotional problems by talking with a therapist.
Examples:
Field of psychotherapy. Psychotherapy for depression. He took psychotherapy to help him deal with his accident trauma.
Convulse:
To experience a sudden and violent contraction of the muscles, often caused by pain, illness, or emotional distress, or to make someone or something do this.
Examples:
Convulse with laughter. Convulse with anger. He convulsed in pain as the injury was severe.
Therapy:
The act of caring for someone through medication, remedial training, etc.
Examples:
Therapy for a patient. Field of gene therapy. I underwent aversion therapy for my addiction to alcohol.
Pet.
An animal that you have at home as a companion and treated kindly.
Examples:
A pet bird. A teacher's pet. I have a parrot as a pet.
Scan.
To examine something hastily, with the eyes or with a machine, to get information.
Examples:
Scan the face of a man. Scan a document into PDF. She stood on the podium and scanned an audience.
Motivation.
The reason or enthusiasm for acting or behaving in a particular way.
Examples:
Understand his motivation. Motivation for a change. A significant amount of motivation is required to be a teacher.
Decision maker.
A person who makes important decisions, especially at a high level in an organization.
Examples:
Policy decision maker. Act as a decision maker. A wealth of information does not always have a positive impact on decision makers.
Severely.
Very badly or seriously.
Examples:
Severely burned arm. Criticize him severely. Her company was severely affected by the bank's failure.
Depressed.
Sad and without any hope.
Examples:
Depressed feeling. The market is depressed. After his mother died, he got depressed.
Impair.
To damage something or make it weaker or worse.
Examples:
Impair my health. Impair insulin sensitivity. The accident made his vision impaired.
Discovery.
The act or process of finding information, a place, or an object, or learning about something that was previously not known.
Examples:
A scientific discovery. The great discovery of the century. Her research team made an important discovery.
Overactive.
Excessively active, showing an excess of activity or energy.
Examples:
Overactive imagination. Overactive thyroid. The medication caused an overactive immune system, resulting in adverse side effects.
Hyperactive.
Excessively or abnormally active, restless, or easily excitable, particularly about children or animals with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, ADHD.
Examples:
Hyperactive child. Hyperactive imagination. The hyperactive dog was running around the house, knocking things over.
Thermostat.
A device that automatically regulates temperature by controlling the heating or cooling system based on the temperature in a room or building.
Examples:
Thermostat settings. Smart thermostat. The digital thermostat has a programmable feature, and it can be controlled through your smartphone.
Degree.
A unit of measurement for angles, temperature, or level of proficiency or achievement, a rank or level of academic or professional attainment.
Examples:
Bachelor's degree. Degree centigrade. She received her degree in psychology from the university.
Consequence.
The outcome of a particular action or event, especially relative to an individual.
Examples:
Unintended consequences. The consequence of an argument. These economic activities had disastrous environmental consequences.
Colleague.
One of a group of a coworker, especially in a profession or a business.
Examples:
Collaborate with colleagues. Former colleague. I decided to seek counseling on the advice of my colleague.
Lobe.
A rounded projection or division, especially of the brain, lung, or liver.
Examples:
Lobe of the liver. Frontal lobe. The lungs are divided into 5 lobes.
Continuous.
Occurring or existing without a pause or interruption.
Examples:
Continuous improvement. A continuous row of warehouses. The heavy snow has been continuous since last morning.
Reverse.
To change something's direction, order, position, decision, etc., to the opposite one, adjective, directed or moving toward the rear.
Examples:
Reverse the trend. Reverse the order. The restaurant reversed a ban on smoking.
Striking.
Interesting and distinctive enough to draw notice, exceedingly appealing, frequently in an odd manner.
Examples:
Striking innovation. Striking evidence. The two plays have a number of striking parallels.
Severe.
Extremely serious or bad in feeling, manner, or strict and harsh, extremely strong or vigorous.
Examples:
Severe heat. A severe case of pneumonia. The senator received severe criticism from his opponent.
Clinical.
Of or relating to the examination and treatment of patients rather than theoretical or laboratory studies.
Examples:
Clinical surgery. Participate in clinical trials. She received special clinical training at the hospital.
Phase.
Any stage in a series of events, change, or development.
Examples:
Enter on the last phase. Two-phase structure. The era of the Industrial Revolution was a crucial phase of history.
Turbocharger.
A device used to increase the power and efficiency of an internal combustion engine by compressing the air entering the engine, thereby increasing the amount of fuel that can be burned and the power that can be generated.
Examples:
Turbocharger boost, turbocharger kit. The turbocharger in the truck's diesel engine forced more air into the combustion chamber.
Deficit.
The total amount by which money spent is greater than money earned in a particular period of time, the property of being an amount by which something, especially an amount of money, is less than expected or required.
Examples:
Federal budget deficit, an accumulative deficit. Exchange rate fluctuations have increased that country's trade deficit.
Fornix.
A curved arch-like structure or bundle of nerve fibers in the brain, particularly in the limbic system, that connects various regions.
Examples:
Fornix pathway, anterior fornix. The patient underwent an MRI to detect any fornix lesions, which could be causing memory issues.
Highway.
A main road, especially one connecting major towns or cities.
Examples:
Highway system, an interstate highway. I'm going to take the highway to get to my destination faster.
Glucose.
A type of sugar that is found in plants, especially fruit, and is an essential energy source in living things.
Examples:
Blood glucose test, glucose level. The doctor injected glucose into his patient's veins.
Utilization.
The act or process of using something effectively or productively, the extent to which something is used.
Examples:
Resource utilization, technology utilization. The utilization of renewable energy sources is crucial for the future of our planet.
Hog.
A domesticated pig or swine, a selfish or greedy person who keeps or takes more than their fair share of something. Verb, to take or use more than one's fair share of something, often to the detriment of others.
Examples:
Hog farming, hog all the glory. The farmer raised his hogs for meat and sold them at a local market.
Weigh.
To have a particular weight, to carefully evaluate things before making a conclusion.
Examples:
Weigh heavily on stock prices. Weigh a cargo. The baby weighs 1 pound 3 ounces.
Precursor.
A person or thing that comes before another of the same kind and that contributes to or influences its growth.
Examples:
Precursor cell, precursor to serotonin. Sulfur dioxide and nitrogen oxides are the primary precursors of acid rain.
Ribbon.
A long, narrow strip or band of fabric, often used for decoration or tying things together, a symbol or badge representing a particular honor or award.
Examples:
Silk ribbon, pink ribbon campaign. She tied the ribbon around the gift box to make it look pretty.
Analogous.
Similar or equivalent in some respects, typically as a result of functioning in a similar way.
Examples:
Analogous fashion, entirely analogous. The human heart is analogous to a pump in a plumbing system.
Predominantly.
Mainly, mostly, or primarily, having the greatest influence or power in a particular situation or group.
Examples:
Predominantly rural, predominantly Christian. The neighborhood is predominantly made up of young families with children.
Parietal.
Relating to or situated near the wall of a body cavity, of, relating to, or involving the walls or outer surfaces of an organ or structure.
Examples:
Parietal cortex, parietal bone. The parietal lobe of the brain is responsible for processing sensory information.
Temporal.
Of or relating to time as opposed to eternity.
Examples:
A temporal restriction, temporal history. The temporal nature of the universe is a subject of much debate among scientists.
Represent.
To speak, act, or be present on behalf of another person or group, to form or constitute.
Examples:
Represent by a diagram. The characters that represent numbers. We elected him to represent us at the international conference.
Improve.
To make or become better.
Examples:
Improve a process. Improve the test score. We want to improve ties between our two countries.
Schizophrenia.
A severe mental disorder in which a person has a distorted view of reality and may experience hallucinations, delusions, and disordered thinking and behavior.
Examples:
Schizophrenia spectrum disorder. Schizophrenia treatment. The schizophrenia patient was experiencing severe auditory hallucinations.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Introduction.
A preliminary explanation or remarks given before the start of a text, performance, or event, the act of bringing something new into existence or introducing something to a wider audience or new market.
Examples:
Introduction education, self-introduction. The introduction to the new class was informative and engaging.
Graduate.
A person who has a first degree from university or college. Verb, to complete the first course of university or college and get a degree.
Examples:
Graduate degree program, honor graduate. Many employers hire graduate trainees to train as managers.
Underperform.
To perform less successfully or effectively than expected, needed, or desired. To fail to meet one's own or others' expectations or standards.
Examples:
Underperform expectations. Underperform the market. The team underperformed in the championship game, leading to their defeat.
Implication.
Something that is inferred or indirectly stated, the act or fact of being involved in something.
Examples:
The implication in a crime. The implication of a word. His poem has a very significant implication.
Modify.
To change something slightly, such as a plan, option, law, etc., especially to make it more suitable for a particular purpose.
Examples:
Genetically modify food. Modify my behavior. We use adverbs to modify verbs and adjectives.
Dam.
A wall constructed over a river to block the flow of water, mainly used to generate energy.
Examples:
Dam building program. Dam collapsing. The break in the dam threatened the valley.
Harvest.
Yields of plants in a single growing season, the period of the year when gathering occurs on a farm.
Examples:
A scanty harvest. Reap a harvest. During harvest, farmers are incredibly busy.
Envision.
To imagine or expect what a situation will be like in the future.
Examples:
Envision the future. Envision the project's success. We cannot envision her as president.
Expansion.
The process of becoming larger or more extensive, or the result of this process.
Examples:
Industrial expansion. Expansion project. The company is undergoing an expansion, opening new locations in several states.
Indication.
A sign or remark that something exists, is real, or is likely to occur.
Examples:
Indication of inflation. Environmental indication. Faces are a good indication of age.
Exciting.
causing a lot of interest or excitement.
Examples:
Exciting football player. Exciting news. The findings of the experiment were both exciting and unexpected.
Multidisciplinary.
Integrating or involving various academic fields or different skills in a topic or problem-solving approach.
Examples:
Multidisciplinary project. Multidisciplinary analysis. He adopted a multidisciplinary research approach to unravel complex phenomena.
Engineer.
A person whose job is designing, building, or maintaining something such as machines, structures, or software.
Examples:
A civil engineer. Engineer shortage. The engineer will repair my telephone tomorrow morning.
Psychiatry.
The branch of medicine concerned with the study, treatment, and prevention of mental illness.
Examples:
Psychiatry therapy. Biological psychiatry. The field of psychiatry is constantly evolving, with new treatments and approaches being developed all the time.
Interface.
Computer science, a program that controls a display for the user and that allows the user to interact with the system. Chemistry, a surface forming a common boundary between two things.
Examples:
Interface between gas and liquid. The user interface. Detergent weakens the surface tension at the interface of two liquids.
Discipline.
The practice of training people to obey rules or a code of behavior, using and punishments if these are broken, a region of activity, knowledge, or influence.
Examples:
Break discipline. Rigid discipline. He quickly learned the military discipline.
Excitement.
A feeling of great enthusiasm and eagerness.
Examples:
The excitement in the business world. Aesthetic excitement. The excitement of the upcoming concert was palpable among the crowd.
Chase.
To pursue something or someone, to catch or capture them. To go after something vigorously or with determination. Noun, a pursuit or a hunt, a narrow groove or channel cut into a surface, often used for decorative purposes.
Examples:
Chase a dream. Wild goose chase. The police officer chased the suspect through the crowded streets until they finally caught him.